It all started on a quiet Monday evening. The house was completely empty. My roommate had gone for the week. I was sitting on the couch, reading, when I first heard it. A soft, hesitant knocking from above. I froze. Maybe it was the wind. I tried to convince myself it was nothing, but then it happened again, louder this time. My heart skipped a beat, and I could swear I heard a faint whisper with it. A voice, saying something I couldn't quite catch. I tried ignoring it. I played music, turned on every light, even left the front door open, but the knocking never stopped. It always came when I was alone, usually just before midnight. The next night, I decided to investigate. I climbed the creaky stairs leading to the attic. My hands were shaking, the wooden steps groaning under my weight. As I reached the top, a cold draft hit my face, and I smelled something. Old, metallic, and faintly sweet. I held the flashlight in front of me and slowly opened the attic door. The room was empty. Nothing, just dusty floorboards and stacks of old boxes. I laughed nervously at myself. I was imagining it, right. Then I heard it again. A knock, soft but deliberate, coming from the far corner of the attic. My flashlight flickered. I backed away, almost tripping over a pile of boxes. I told myself to leave, but curiosity overpowered fear. I edged closer, holding my breath, and noticed a small old wooden chest I hadn't seen before. It wasn't in the corner yesterday, or was it? I reached out. My fingers barely touched the lid when the knocking stopped. Dead silence. Then a whisper, almost inaudible. Open me. The chest was old, covered in dust and scratches. My hand hovered above the latch. I couldn't move. I wanted to run, but something compelled me to open it. When I finally lifted the lid, I found nothing, just an empty chest. But then I noticed a folded note inside, written in shaky handwriting. I've been waiting for you. My pulse spiked, and I could feel the temperature drop. I looked around the attic. It felt smaller, more suffocating, like the shadows themselves were leaning in to watch me. I wanted to leave. I almost ran down the stairs, but something softly brushed against my leg. I spun around. Nothing, just the shadows. Then the knocking returned, louder this time, not from the attic, but from inside the chest. I backed up slowly, my mind racing. Could it be a prank, a hidden speaker? But the sound was too irregular, too human-like to be mechanical. Then the attic door slammed shut behind me. The air grew thick, and the shadows seemed to pulse with a strange rhythm. I could barely breathe. I forced myself to open the attic door. Nothing. Quiet. I ran down the stairs, slammed the door, and locked it. My hands were shaking, and I could barely stand. I told myself it was over. Maybe the house was settling. Maybe my mind was playing tricks. But the next night, the knocking returned. From below, this time in my bedroom. I stayed awake, staring at the ceiling. Every shadow in the room seemed alive, stretching toward me. And then, just as I was about to fall asleep, a soft whisper in my ear. Don't forget me. I spun around. Nobody was there. The window was closed, the door locked. I was completely alone, or at least I thought I was. The following days, I avoided the attic. I didn't touch the chest, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. Sometimes, late at night, I hear soft knocking, just faint enough to make me doubt my sanity. The chest, the note, the whispers, they linger in my mind, and I have a feeling it's still waiting, somewhere in that attic, patient, silent, watching. I still live in the house, but I never go near the attic. Sometimes, when the wind blows just right, I can hear soft knocking from above, and I can't help but wonder, is it really empty, or is someone or something still waiting for me to check again?